Yeah, I hope this is actually fixed in what's it called? OBS 28 when it gets done, you know? I hope it gets fixed. Yeah, it's just my internet gone down. It also says there's no LAN, but that's interesting. The 15 for me, yeah. Alright, there we go. Part 1. Sound is back. Yeah, we should not have been speaking about internet. It's funny that. There we go, exported. Cool. Lovely, lovely. Before we're in prison, right? Because that's normally what happens. Alright, let me just reload some things. And reload this. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. We're in, I think my ship crashed. That's probably why I didn't go to jail then. That is why. What I don't get is, we crashed, and then obviously it spawned me, and then obviously it's logged me out. It's a weird one when it does that, right? I went cans to do more armor piercing damage? That would be kind of cool if it went that way, right? Oh, this is not looking good. Oh no, there we are. Hello. Is there a speed calculated relative to your own speed or absolute? Well, for the internet, no, it just literally went fucking down there, dude.
Welcome.
I have like a 50-50 on my 4G, but obviously it depends on who in the village is using, yeah.
Your insurance claim has been
Oh, you're talking about guns? I thought you were meaning internet.
Thank you. Please visit us again.
We geek here. Nice. Hey Hawk, how do you think intercepting people will work in new flight model switching between SMM? No. No. Alright, I'm gonna go over it again for you guys. When the video that we saw at CitizenCon is incorrect. What they said has not been paid attention to by a majority of people on forums and stuff. And actually speaking to the devs and listening to what they said, the idea is that when you are in SEM mode, you can still afterburner over SEM speed. The difference is that when you go over SEM speed into the red, you can't regen your weapons, your shields degrade, and your afterburner can't regen until you're back into SEM mode, right? So you can still afterburner around to pull away from somebody, go into QCM, and your shields will start to lower, you can't afterburner boost, and your weapons will cease to work, you can't countermeasure, and you pull away from people. So the only way to intercept people in this state or in this method is your fleet needs to have interceptors, because they said they're going to be faster at going forward than other vehicles, and you will need to have QEM vehicles. So vehicles like the Cutlass Blue and the Mantis will be super important, but also I would imagine that you'll see ships like interceptors, which would be like the M50, Stalker and stuff like that. See these? These will probably have QEMs added to them, these ships. Which means that if somebody has a Stalker, you either kill the Stalker or you deal with the whole fleet chasing after you. So intercepting people will only work if you coordinate an attack. You will not be able to do it by yourself. Or if you're in like a Mantis or a Stalker or whatever they add a QEM system to, or disabling system you would be hunting like a smaller ship. But if you're in a small ship and you're up against like a Carrack, you ain't stopping it, right? It's going to get to max speed, it's going to fly away, and then it's going to gun you down after it's dragged you or something like that, you know what I mean? No, we don't need web status. The simplest thing is, and I know you cap it there, but we don't need it. The simplest thing is CIG should make it where QED dampening stops you from QCMing, and make it where snare stops you from quantum warping. That's all they have to do to make solid gameplay. And it just means that you bring a couple of interceptors and tag team it up, you know? And I think this is a great way of going forward with the game. But again, as Zaman said, everything. So when people are making fucking videos, they're just speculating and think they fucking know everything. But the craziest thing is that CIG have like 6 to 9 months to pull out something, and most likely it will get changed in the initial idea before that, right? Plus, all ships need to be rebalanced around SEMs and changes and stuff like that. Hey Edison, how you doing, Chief? I would like, I don't want harpoons that hold people in place. I just want like an EMP harpoon, you know, that holds on for a bit or something like that. Again, everything is up in arms. As I try to advertise, especially to like other people, Hawk, and obviously don't take this the wrong way, just don't care. Don't care about the new flight model, don't care about the changes, don't, you know, make an opinion on it, because again, everything is going to change before it comes out. It's not even worth giving a shit about right now. Yes, it's going to change the game, and yes, it's going to make it, I feel, a lot more fun, and where you have to have consequences. But I generally don't, like, say for example, you're somebody that doesn't get caught with PvP, you're not going to get caught with PvP in this mode as well. You know? That's the thing that a lot of people are not understanding. They think that it's going to be easier to capture people. It's not. It's not easier to capture people. It's just you need to have the same structure, but you can do the same structure that you have in the possible future in the same game that we have right now. You bring 2 Mantises, nobody can escape that shit. And all you do is just keep dragging them and flying, you know, in a direction, and eventually lag. Oh no, where am I going? I go Hurston, shit. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. There's gonna be so many things coming. Like, there's not even, like, a lot of people right now are basically looking at current flights or weapon systems and systems in general, just with a new flight model. It doesn't work that way. So CIG not only have to do all the SEMs for all the ships, they have to finish off their master mode, they have to rebalance how like EMP distortion and stuff like that works, they have to change possible HPs on ships, they have to change weapons, because again, you go into this new flight model at these speeds in combat, and you can't go fast. These 1400 beam you down weapons on fighters just are stupid. Because you can still keep at range from bigger ships and stuff like that. So, again, yeah. PvP is interesting now thanks to Burks. You lock a missile on somebody and their shields turn off. I know, dude. It's crazy how that happens. Papa bless Captain Burks. for making it easy to kill fucking hurricanes. Solo, like. And he still does the move on stream, and it works. It works if you do it how Burks does it. But Burks made this video where people just don't listen to Burks. So it's advice that does work to a certain degree, but it's situational, right? Because people just like, oh yeah, I got 2 fighters on me, shields down, and they're dead. Like, it's so funny, man. Like it's even funnier in hard atmosphere where you can't move away as fast, you know? Yeah, exactly. Still lots could change, exactly. And you go, I don't mind, I was just interested in your thoughts. Yeah, exactly. I'm just sort of like going through all the methods as well, Hawk, because if I'm going to start talking about this again, which is obviously understandable, people want people's opinions on it. For me, I think it's a very good thing for Star Citizen because it will finally mean that we can do boarding. If we have the ability to slow people down and disable their ships where they can't run away, and this is talking about if you have interceptors, QED, distortion, all these things, and then we have it where Legionnaire comes in and allows us to finally board. We have to slow everyone down to achieve this. It's impossible to try and, like, and I say this in the kindness of respect to everyone, even people of high tier piloting couldn't do a fucking interstellar spinning around fucking docking sequence, right? Nobody has the intelligence in CIG, or not in CIG, I should say, in our fucking gaming community to pull off that shit, right? It's literally impossible. The maths is just mental, right? Plus you would black out continuously. So it's the same sort of thing where if you imagine like a Carrack spinning around, going at hyperspeed, rolling, how the fuck is somebody in a Legionnaire ever meant to dock on the side of that shit? It's impossible. So the easiest way is slow everyone down, make it where you can be disabled, where you just literally are stationary, and then you can be boarded, you know? So yeah, I'm all for it. It brings in lots of gameplay method. Should people be worried about getting caught all the time? No, just be smart. And especially as the new QE, the quantum warping system, quantum boost as it's called, you no longer warp around OM points and to outposts. You basically have to play a mini game, which means that you can come out 50 kilometers if you fail it, you know what I mean? So that means that people camping and stuff is going to be even harder, you know? Hey Cal, how you doing? Vinny as well, welcome in. Imagine they will add more sub-targeting to... Well, we've already got engines and turrets, Vinny, right? So again, it's not difficult for them to make it where you shut down somebody's shield gen permanently. Especially, I would imagine salvaging by then allows more repair work, you know what I mean? Maybe the Vault can do repair? I don't know. Vulture, sorry. Exactly, Zim, yeah, exactly. Again, CIG have a huge amount of work to get this game into a place where it works for Squadron 42 and it works for Star Citizen as well. But I definitely believe that Yogi, Coulson, Richard, the rest of the team are onto the winning track right now. That's what I believe. Because right now, I don't see any gameplay that CIG wants ever been achieved in this flight model. And the funny thing is, even in the previous flight models and stuff like that, I don't think it would have been achieved. Because everyone could side strafe, up strafe, backwards, forwards, all at the same speed. Again, it would just create Interstellar Galactica fucking nonsense, you know? Not Interstellar Galactica, Interstellar. The movie kind of stuff, you know? Only somebody with a huge IQ, piloting skills, and obviously preventing blackout would ever be able to pull off that move. And again, this is where when you have full Newton's law, all that shit, you know, we are just not designed to deal with that stuff. That's why none of us are fucking astronauts, right? And if we've got astronauts within the community, maybe they would actually have a better of understanding of it than we do, right? Again, that's just facts on it. Ooh, Theodas. But I definitely think people are going to love the new system. And everyone who's getting shat on right now, it doesn't matter. Like, again, this is where people are like moaning about skill points and stuff. If If I am able to kill you just now, and you're able to max out your skill points, I'm still able to kill you. You know what I mean? Like, some little extra stats in-game is not going to prevent me from killing you. That's just a fact, okay? And if I'm playing the game the same amount of time as you, I'm gonna have those skill points as well. So it just doesn't change anything. So people don't need to worry about that stuff. It's a minor little thing to be added to the game. Somebody who beats you just now is always gonna beat you. And when you translate to the new flight model, for me, pretty much it's like, for me, I think I probably got the easiest ability to transfer into this new flight model. Because I'm already governed by slow speeds in atmosphere. Because I don't fight in space. So it's just going to be learning my ships again, which will take me a couple of weeks, and then boom, you know? I'm not going to lose my aim, or my understanding of the game. The difference is I just won't be able to do certain things that I do right now when I'm outnumbered, but the good thing is with that is so won't people. They won't have the tricks either, so... yeah. Yeah, exactly, you know. And the cool thing with bigger ships is you're actually going to be able to shoot fighters down. Instead of fucking doing this shit like, oh my god, where the fuck are the fighters going? You'll be like, oh, there's another fire, kind of stuff, you know? It's gonna be so sick, because fighters will not be able to disengage like they do. Obviously, bigger ships can't disengage as well, but again, the understanding is all you have to do is just think a little bit more, you know? But like, the funny thing is, everyone's like, oh, we're going back to 2.6, you know, before 3.0. To a certain extent, we are. But you also have to remember that we don't have the ability to move around, you know? So everyone who has like been waiting like, oh yeah, I was a top tier pilot in 2.6, you're still going to be shit in this new system, by the way, just an FYI. Because it still has the same mechanics of flight of just only being able to go forward and a little bit of strafing. You're not going to have the speeds of being able to strafe around. So you have to think even more than the current flight model just now. So if people can't play this flight model, you can't play the next flight model. Because everything's slowed down where you need to think way more steps a lot faster. But obviously getting from A to B and doing other things is easy peasy. We're talking about just combat, PvP. NPC stuff, fuck, you'll be able to pick that up soon, you know? Yeah, it won't be too much change. The only difference is ships won't be able to go backwards, so it changes the backstrafing meta. You won't be able to tricord, so people that use tricord to abuse the system, and Gs are going to be harder on you because you're going slower, which I don't think people understand. The slower you go in this game, the more Gs actually work at certain things. So yeah, the game is going to be more about positional than aiming. If you've got a good aim, obviously that's a good thing, but if somebody can out-position you, it doesn't matter how good your aim is. And this is what this model allows us to do, because it primarily focuses on the forward ability. Going forward fast. Up and down strafe, we don't know if we'll be balanced out to the same, but it's still going to be possibly up strafe, roll forward meta. But the difference is a lot of people who require to go backwards to fucking turn around or wiggle and stuff won't be able to do that. So, again, somebody like myself would probably have the highest advantage over people that play in Arena Commander, because I literally play in SEM area and hard atmosphere where you can't just tricord and wiggle around. It's the only place in the game that would give you some sort of glimpse into this new system. The rest of the thing, it would just be pure speculation, and most people will be wrong and most people will be right, you know? Or everyone's wrong, who knows? It's also going to make ships like a Hammerhead way more dangerous. Exactly, dude, yeah. So I would imagine I'm going to see more people chasing after me in a Hammerhead. But the good thing about that is if I see somebody coming in a Hammerhead, I don't even bother trying to kill it, you know what I mean? I just fly away. And people will be like, oh, you're just running away. No, I'm just not stupid. If there's a fucking crude Hammerhead chasing after me, the last thing I want to be doing is going SEM speed around it, right? you're gonna get absolutely riddled with rounds. That's something that you bring heavy hitters in for. You might even see me back in a 600i. If they balance out the HP of the 600i, I might, with a crude team, being able to do bunkers and stuff like that on the 600i, might be dope. We'll see. I might change it up and I'm always in a saber instead of an arrow. Again, everything all depends on, you know, how I feel. Obviously, I like the arrow for low flying, but when it comes to combat, you know, I only use the arrow because it's the one I'm low flying within at the time. But if low flying becomes dull to me, or there's more stuff on the go, I might change up to, like, again, I've been having a great time in the saber. I like the MFDs, I like the, well, the cockpit's alright, right? I kind of wish the weapons would just stay rolled back so they're not in your visual, so you have more of like a cone. Like, this is off-putting. I don't know why CIG thought this was a good idea. Like, when you get in and out of the ship, so like if you do this, right? Where is it here? Do I have a button set for this? Does it not work? Wait. Oh, this doesn't have the ability to raise ladder and stuff, does it? And these HUDs are so shit, right? Eh. I thought you had the ability to open up the canopy, but you don't in the Saber, which is very strange. There is no ability to open up the canopy. You got self-destruct. Oh wait, we do have canopy there. Why? Oh, it's disabled. Yeah. That's why I can't use it. It's disabled. Canopy is disabled on the Saber. I wonder why. Anyway, when you get in and out of it, or maybe, actually, one minute, I've got an idea. Is it because of landing gear? No, it's not. So yeah, Saber actually has canopy disabled for some reason. I wonder if I can do it if I'm on the ground? Let's have a wee shot. Exactly, that's what the Hammerhead is meant to be, but people use it as a full warship. The funny thing is, right, everyone's like, oh yeah, Hammerheads are going to be dominant. The thing is, if a Hammerhead is also slow, a Redeemer is going to destroy a Hammerhead in seconds. Because that thing is designed to take out bigger ships. The flight system might be too high. That's why I'm gonna land it. I think it's actually just disabled on the Saber right now for whatever reason, but we're gonna go down. I'm gonna shut the engines off as well, right? Yeah. So again, canopy and stuff is disabled. There's no options for it in the Saber. That's why my buttons on the joystick won't work. That'd be cool if you could actually dim, right? Yeah. Oh well. That's a shame. That is a shame, chat. I don't want to get out because I'll have to do it. But you know what I mean? When you see the Saber, it retracts its weapon systems at the front all the way behind into that space there on the engine. And they should just do that with the weapons where they take away it sitting on the cheek. Because if this system here was like the tip of it was further back to... You can see the other one, right? If the tip of that gun was just literally in the corner there, it would give you way better like visual and stuff like that, but... You know, whatever. Again, everything changes when they change the flight system. A lot of ships that are useless become good. Hornets become good. Vanguards become good. Gladiators become good. A lot of things become good because people can't just go to super speed to kite. And if they are, they can't engage you, so you don't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? If somebody in a Hammerhead is chasing after you and you're in an arrow or a saber or something like that, They can't fire missiles at you anyway, so why would you care? You just keep fucking flying around. But it just means that bigger ships like Connies, stuff like that, Caterpillars, their gunners will actually be of way more use. And this is where you have one side of people that can realize what's being changed, and it's only for the good of... Oh, that's why the comrade's down on this planet again. And then there's people on the massive end of the spectrum who are just freaking out, and there's no changes to what you're doing just now. So if you're getting constantly clapped by somebody right now, you're going to get that in the changes in 4.0. But if you don't even get caught in PvP right now, it's going to be the same for you in 4.0. Unless, and I say this unless, you're up against a team that are using Mantis and Interceptors. Then that's a different story. But literally, how many times have you guys been caught by a team of Mantises and shit like that, right? How often does it happen to you in the PU? Not at all, none. I never see that. I've only, in the past 6 months, I've only ever seen 2 groups of people bring one Mantis to try and stop me. And I kill the Mantis before I warp away. You know? Hey Joe, how you doing? And that's the crazy thing. People are just overreacting and panicking for no need. 3 times by the Mongrel Squad, it was fun. Yeah, but how often, right? You know, 3 times in how many months, Edison, right? Because again, like, 6 months, I've only seen two groups use a Mantis. And even then, it was poorly executed. So... yeah, exactly. So that's nothing to care about. You know, it's cool if it happens, especially if you're enjoying it. But you know what I mean? It's not enough to freak out and start making a spectrum thread of how CIG are ruining the game and stuff like that. It's like, just calm down. Let's actually see how the flight model turns out and see if it actually ups your defs and stuff. I have more worry that we'll end up crashing into the ground over certain things or into buildings because of it, you know? Again, too many people crying about not even spilt milk yet, you know? We don't even have it in our hands. Cry and make views and complain about these things when it's actually out. But until then, it's just speculation, theory crafting, as always within Star Citizen. Just play the game, enjoy it, don't enjoy it, play other games. Many games out there to play, and yeah, you know what I mean? One day we'll play Star Citizen in its final form. I'll probably be in a wheelchair. I might even have hair. Who knows? Exactly, Edison. That's the thing that I never understand with people. I'm pretty sure people have died to 30Ks, you know, disconnecting internets, crashing into the ground, crashing into a station, lifts killing you, oxygen helmet not on, more times than a player kills you. And if that's the other way about it, then you need to sort of maybe look into what you're actually doing in Star Citizen that gets you caught like that. Because again, like, I'm in a situation where obviously, you know, I play the game, I understand it, but even when I'm doing stuff in bunkers and stuff, I don't really get ever caught, you know? And that's even as a criminal. So if you're a blue, how the hell are people dying enough to complain, you know? I remember one thread where somebody was saying, I'm sick and tired of people killing me on the pad. And when somebody said, how many times has it happened? It's like, 1. It's like, how can you be sick of something that's only ever happened once in your life, you know? Like, for me, I really don't like drinking Guinness. But I didn't just go take a sip and go, I don't like this. It was like a couple of pints kind of testing, you know? Well, looks like it's going to be a quiet server on this one as well. We'll give it like another 5 minutes. But with no comm ray, it's very difficult. This is the only problem with coming to Hearthstone, or generally the game. Like, no joke, nobody's playing Star Citizen right now. It's the same with sort of like viewing and stuff. And you can see why, like, when we had the free 10 changes, up until like maybe free 15, I pretty much just low-flied for all those couple of years. I did 9 months straight on Microtech because literally CIG had killed PvP. And it's kind of like that just now. You get it booming when people are around wanting to do these things, but it just goes right down, right? Yeah, exactly, Vinny, yeah. They're going to jump after there was a warning in chat, there's something, and they kill you, and then they rage about it, Edison, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, like, this will sound really cruel, but people like what you've said, Edison and Vinny, shouldn't be playing Star Citizen. Just shouldn't be playing this kind of game. They obviously do not have the mental blockers to be able to deal with this kind of stuff. If it's 1 or 2 times, whatever, you know? If it's happening to you every 2 minutes, I'd understand. That's somebody targeting you. That's a reportable action and can be banned, right? But if somebody in chat goes, don't go to Jump Town, it's hostile as fuck, and you go there and you die and then you cry about it, that's on you for being too stupid to understand what intel's about. I probably won't play Star Citizen until either Flight changes or Pyro. I'm like that as well, dude, but there's just no other game that appeals to me, you know what I mean? Like, I can sit for like 3 or 4 hours playing Star Citizen, talking to you guys, and I have more fun than playing another game where... And this is not on you guys, but every time I go and play another game, you guys don't say shit in chat, so I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm just playing the game offline, right? But online. So for me, it's like, nah, I'll just keep playing Star Citizen, get a bit of banter from you guys, and then I'll just play the games I enjoy off stream. Because I'm sitting here in my own some anyway, so. Didn't Fresh warn you someone not to come and they still came and thought there were 4 of you? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Again, this is the crazy thing. When you see like 4 or 5 people on the grid, you assume that you're getting shot by a 5-man team when it's just, no, you know? I keep it separate, Nate, and the reason for this, dude, is ever since like I'm an ex-Eve player, right? And I know for a fact that espionage is going to be a huge thing in Star Citizen. And right now, obviously, it doesn't bother me too much, but where I always said when I started streaming, even with 1 or 2 viewers, that I don't play with players unless I'm doing something like low flying or like, you know, I openly invite and stuff like that. Because in the future of this game, when it comes out, somebody could be in my chat, they could be like, oh, can I come and play with you? And I'm like one of these other content creators that just allows it. They just instantly accept it, and it's somebody who then shoots them all on their ship and steals it, you know what I mean? And it is going to happen. I know a lot of content creators that openly play with players right now, and the problem is the moment that this game changes into where it actually matters what happens, they will stop doing it, and this will kill their viewership, because no joke, when you build a stream around giveaways and playing with viewers, and then you stop playing with viewers, people go elsewhere because they're looking for the interaction. For me, I've always tried to keep it that boundary where it's like, right guys, we're just gonna go low flying, I'm blue, we're gonna chill out, we're gonna make some movies, amazing. But normally I'm red, and again, somebody could come into from stream, and like, I'm not saying like anything against you guys, but somebody could be like, Edison comes in. Now Edison has a huge friends list, for example, with loads of people. They're watching the stream, they see me playing with Edison, and they're like, alright, let's go and, you know, send 20 people after DarkLaw. It might be entertaining, but it's also like, it would never have happened if I wasn't playing with Edison. So if CIG ever got to the stage where you could go to your friends list and make it where people couldn't join on you, I would be all over playing with people, Nate. But CIG make this so bad for content creators who want to keep boundaries and keep that respect where this is my game, your game, I don't want to get involved kind of thing. Because again, a lot of people are like, oh, do you kill your viewers? It's like, It's not often that I do see my viewers, but I do kill people and then they come to the channel. Oh, I'm a subscriber. It's like I don't care. You're a game. You're somebody playing the game that I'm playing. You know what I mean? I have to delete Virgil to play with Cutlet every time. Exactly, Brasco. You know what I mean? It's difficult to do that. It's why, like, if you actually look at my friends list, right? That's it. That's it. Because if I invite somebody, everyone and their mother decides to come in as well. There's been times where I've gone low flying with people, Nate, and then 5 people turn up, and I'm like, alright, I think we're getting stalked. And they're like, oh no, they're my friends. It's like, you know, maybe ask if it's cool to bring even more people in. It's just, you know, I don't fly with them, so yeah, again. You don't like parasocial relations. I actually don't know what the word parasocial means, but something like that. It's more, I'm trying to be respectful where in the future I could be killing you guys, you could be killing me, and I don't want to break that boundary of, you know, why are you killing me? Or, why are you killing me? Kind of thing. I just want to keep it, you know, viewers and streamer, and if we do anything like a fun event, because obviously there is something coming up in 318 I would like to try with viewers. We need to discover it, which is this new river that has walls, and I actually want to try and see if we can do like a Mac race. Not like who somebody has to be first, but I want to see if we can fill the stream with like 25 arrows going Mach 1 through tight canyons and see how many people die. It'd be hilarious, man. So we are going to try and do stuff like that, but generally on a daily basis, no, I don't really play with viewers. I play with my organization, because again, it's just how I have it. So you're going to shoot back at me even though I'm a sub? Exactly, Tomo. Sorry. Not sorry. But, yeah. Okay, this server is pretty scuffed, especially with this down, so we're going to go to another one. It's the only problem with this comray stuff. CIG need to make it where if somebody pulls a comray down and nobody is there to bring it back up, it goes back up within an hour, because it won't go back up until the server 30Ks, which is a huge thing, man. Knows who, right? So, this is what confuses people all the time. The saber and cannons is only good in hard atmosphere. So, Crusader, like near the top, Hurston at the bottom, ArcCorp at the bottom, Microtech at the bottom, and the moon of Microtech called Calliope. Anywhere out of that situation, so even if in Hurston, if you go up like 20k, it goes back into sort of space combat, and cannons just don't work, right? So long as you stay within that rule, cannons do disgusting damage. And the thing is, because everyone's slow at these speeds, you can hit at like 1400, 1500 range. And they work. But these are the only scenarios where it does. The moment you go into space and somebody starts shooting at you, just run. Because you won't land the shots. Yeah, I know. It's annoying, but it's the only place you can have fun with a saber. Because it's so fast in atmosphere, like a hard atmosphere. Like, even an arrow with afterburner can't catch a saber just going normally forward. It's crazy. Because it does 200 more meters a second than an arrow, and the arrow's afterburner only brings it up to 200, so the moment you hit afterburner, the arrow is left behind you, right? It's crazy business. But that's the only place it works. But it's sort of like, this is what I'm sort of describing to people, especially with like 4.0, a lot of it is speculation, gonna happen, not gonna happen. You have to look at it that, it's the only place that sort of gives you a glimpse of what it's like to not be able to go fast to escape, right? So you can't go up to like 600, 700 meters a second whilst you're turning. You go down to 200, 300 and stuff like that. So it does give you a glimpse of the future of the game. In space and stuff like that. But yeah, there's no hidden meta, it's just this is the only place that the Saber, Hornet, Buccaneer works. Because it, like, even an arrow can't outturn a Saber in hard atmosphere. A car to all can, but then a car to all dies within a few rounds. We need to wait for a claim. If you attack any of my org members, even if I'm a sub, I will still try to kill you. Oh yeah, dude, like I fully expect all my subs to come after me, you know? I'm happy for that. You know what I mean? Like I keep the boundary of you guys are cool, but when it comes to the game, it's game law, right? And I think a lot of content creators don't create this boundary with their community, you know? Because they kind of go with, I will play with every viewer, but guess what? When this game actually comes out and there's consequences, I'm not going to play with you because I don't really know you. And then those viewers go, but I've been playing with you for years. And it's like, yeah, you've been playing occasionally or something like that, you know? That's when it gets weird. It's the same with Rexzilla. When Rexzilla, he was inviting everyone into those fights, you knew that if Rexzilla actually continued on playing Star Citizen, he would eventually stop inviting people from his 2,000 plus viewers. And he would lose viewers because of that. They loved it that they could interact with the streamer and be part of these big battles, but hindsight, they could have been somebody with C4 throwing it in the ship and just going just to piss off the streamer. And that will happen in the future. And for me, again, this is just Eve mentality, where I know how malicious people can get, because I spent 6 to 7 months in somebody else's corporation alliance on an alt with a voice changer, with a backstory and everything. And after 7 months, I stole all their billions of dollars of, billions of ISK assets, took everyone's roles away from them, and kicked everyone out the org stroke thing. And it had to be disbanded by the leader, because I couldn't get that person out. That's how malicious people can be, because I do it. Spies, infiltration is a solid gameplay loop in these type of games. You get it in Rust, you get it in Eve, you get it in Ark and stuff like that, you know? Dude, Zero, no joke. Like, that was round about the time you say that, right? Because before, what's it called? DDoSing people became like a crime. Obviously, people in Eve did it all the time, right? Did you have a BG's voice? No, it's more like... I never used my voice changer. Let me just make sure. Obviously, I didn't have this one, right? But it's like... You could do, where is it here? So if I like listening on myself, and we do like
this, you know, hi, how are you guys doing? Oh, God. Went to the toilet, and it was great fun. Fuck yeah. You know?
You can get stupid shit like that. And obviously back then, voice changes weren't anything like they are just now, but, you know. Obviously that's fucking obvious, right? If somebody had a voice like that, you fucking know it's fake. But, saying that, though, it actually would work now, because if you guys seen the latest Americans Got Talent, there was this lady that came on stage, and she sang a song, and she could make her voice go super fucking deep, right? So she had this lovely feminine voice, and then it would just go masculine and fucking deep. Like, you know, Barry White kind of deep, and you're just like... Is she using a voice changer? And it was just she had trained her voice to be able to change those tones. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So again, did it in EVE Online. And obviously I don't do it in Star Citizen right now. Like, there's some sleeper agents here and there. Nothing major. Already in place. But Star Citizen is one of these games where you're not going to be able to do the same sort of stuff like EVE Online. So it's like... And I'm a lot older. When I was doing this, I was like 23, 25, you know? Now, I'm turning 40 this year. I don't have time to sit listening in on conversations just to make a hit go ahead and stuff like that. I got other things to do. Walking around, keep fit, all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, I don't really care about Star Citizen like I would do EVE, you know? Especially back then, when I was pretty much playing like 18 hours a day. Just buy some Borat Mankini if you want a high-pitched voice. Actually, interesting that the fucking canopy went back. I think I have one here, right? Which would be...
I don't know if this one works. This one work?
How does this end? Wait. No, not that. It's like this. Yeah. It's like, hi guys! Time to play. It's a bit echoey, you know?
Or you could be like, I think I've got like, what's this?
This one? Hello?
Or maybe it's like this. No.
It's like, sorry.
So yeah, you can do fucking mental stuff on the internet these days. And I don't even play with that stuff a lot. This is sort of like base things that we've got here. But I know a lot of people that can get their voice changes to sound really fucking realistic. I just it's a feature on the Go XLR, but I never use it, man. Some guy spent 3 years infiltrating an org, caused them thousands of dollars in loss. Their revenge, some guy in his org hooked up the dude's girlfriend through a devious long plan. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Hey Griefus, thank you very much for the follow as well. I somehow by accident had subtitles on your stream and it struggles with your Scottish accent. Yeah, because voice stuff doesn't... This is why, like, I get banned on Twitch so much, because voice stuff doesn't recognize my accent. And then the auto system just kicks in. And as things evolve, we're starting to get to the point where it understands me slightly. Like, if I speak really slow, the captions should understand me. Hey Xander, how are we doing? No bad, man. Thank you for asking. Hope you're well on Saturday. Yeah, I don't have a heavy Scottish accent. I have a very posh Scottish accent, actually. If I was from, like, Fife or Glasgow and stuff, it would be completely different. But, yeah, I went to a private school and all that jazz. Get rid of that. Some of the words it's putting there makes you sound really intelligent and not using the correct yeah, exactly, dude. Like, the only reason we have captions available for you guys on the stream is just purely so you can take the piss. That's it. Because it doesn't understand me one bit. Or it'll understand certain words and stuff like that. I wonder if you could voice change and impersonate more. With AIs right now, it's not hard, Hawk. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got the money and the technology, I could literally make myself look like a morphologist using AI and probably sound like him as well. It's not even funny how actually easy it is to do if you've got the equipment. Because there's literally cameras that you can hook up to AI systems. Again, this was on the thing with, like, Americans Got Talent, where this guy was singing and he looked like Elvis and he looked like Simon Cowell as well. Literally spitting image. Obviously you could sort of tell it was slightly off, but that's because it's live, right? Done there. But if I had the ability to make a video and tweak it, yeah, you could sound like a morphologist. I could make myself look like Captain Burks and stuff like that, you know? That's how scary things are getting, where to the point is, do you actually even know if it's real or not, you know? Like CIG used to be a point where you could tell, and over the years where they had like, you know, plasticine clay models, you could tell, right? But now AI and CGI are just getting so fucking crazy. But it's just like, it's so hard to believe if anything is actually legit now, right? Because those deep fake AI systems are nuts, you know? In the 90s, you might have said videos don't lie. Yeah, exactly, man. It's nuts. Like, even if you look at Maverick, right? Maverick, they did a lot of flying to get, obviously, the actual G-force pressure and stuff like that. To get that really good old-school cinematic photography. But most of the time, it's all CGI in the cockpit, and they just literally have the cockpit of the Hornet on a rig. And you wouldn't fucking tell it was fake or not. It looks good. Obviously, there's a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense in that movie and stuff, but that's movies for you, right? Like, literally, if you think about it, the Sukhoi 57 would never have any hassle like killing a fucking F-14 Tomcat, you know? It wouldn't have any issue killing that shit. Didn't matter if the fucking pilot was drunk. That shit pretty much flies itself, you know? Tom Cruise said there was no CGI in that movie? No, there's no CGI. Well, no, yeah, there is well, no, yeah, there would have to be CGI. When planes are exploding, dude, there would have to be. Yeah, in that thing, but we're talking about the fight scenes, that's CGI, dude. Again, when you're firing fucking missiles at each other, that shit's realistic as fuck it's not realistic as fuck. In the original Top Gun, they didn't use CGI, they basically cut it, right? But in Maverick, there is CGI. Because what they did in Top Gun, the original, is they made little models chase after each other and explode. But they hired the Navy to literally launch some missiles. And that's why you see the missile scene from the Tomcat is done 3 or 4 times in the original Top Gun. Because it's the same missile launching. Because they could only afford to fire one. That was it. But in Maverick, it's CGI to fuck, dude. An F-14 being chased by a Sukhoi 57 ain't fucking happening the way it is. Like, that's just not happening, dude. Look at that lovely cloud over there. I wonder actually... Oh, yes, we can go to Edmund now. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. I think he was maybe talking about Top Gun, dude, to be honest. But no, there's so much CGI in Top Gun Maverick. It's ridiculous, dude. You wouldn't have been able to, like, first of all, where the fuck would they get a Sukhoi 57 from, right? For a start, where the fuck do they get that to be able to do that? So that whole Sukhoi is completely CGI. Because Russians ain't gonna fucking give you it. Oh, you've not seen it? Right. Okay, then I won't try and spoil it. There's a lot of things in that, yeah, I mean, like, for him to say, you may have picked it up wrong or something like that. When they're inside the planes, obviously they're pulling the G's, they've got that effect. So it's not CGI when you see the G-forces, but they made rigs for doing a lot of the filming, and it's on, like, blue screen rollers, basically. I think that's where you picked up there, because there's no way he could say that film was completely no CGI. You ain't gonna blow up a fucking... There's like only a few Sukhoi 57s that are actually built and working. There's no way they get fucking, you know, taken out. Obviously, that's not a spoiler. You knew it was gonna happen. The MiGs got taken out in the original. But yeah, that's billions of fucking dollars worth of planes being blown to bits. Nah, not happening, man. Not happening. And then you gotta wonder who the fuck is flying that shit if it's to happen that way, right? Got my tea, it's all cold now. Nah, fuck off, dude. When you look at the they use that shit in Maverick, right? If you actually look at how they made how they made the original Top Gun, that's what they did, right? They had it where they hired the Tomcats to do a little bit. They made cockpit models so that the actors could sit in it. They fired off one missile and recorded it, and they used it 3 or 4 times in the movie. And the explosions, they actually showed you that they made like models that size and like had them flying against each other and exploding, right? That's what they did. But in Maverick, there's a little bit more used that I don't think any budget would cover that, you know? Oh, dude. Ring of Power is so shit. Like, I've been watching Ring of Power and House of the Dragon side by side each week. Normally I don't do this, but I'm like, you know, I need stuff to distract my mind at times. And my god, Lord of the Rings Ring of Power is absolute dog piss. It's so bad. Whoever fucking designed the script on that one, like, there's so much just meme on it. Yeah, Maverick is a good movie, yeah. I can watch that multiple times. The bit where Maverick is doing like the hard turns and stuff that you see in the trailer, obviously we're not trying to spoil it for Tomo. I can watch that scene just over and over again, it's so good. Yeah, exactly, that's the real part, Hawk, but when they're in the cockpit, you know, doing certain things and the fucking planes are dodging certain things. Obviously, let's not try and spoil it for people that have not seen it. Because I only accept spoilers and stuff if everyone's happy on it. But yeah, there is a huge amount of CGI in Maverick. A crazy amount. The cockpit stuff is all realistic. I knew they went up, they had all new camera rigs and stuff like that, but there's a lot of blue screen cockpit stuff as well. Especially in a certain part where Maverick and maybe some other pilot are doing stupid shit with each other. That's all CGI, by the way. You can literally see when it goes into CGI mode. The cockpits just don't look as realistic. CGI, no, but dude, I do miss Demolition Man. Yeah, some of the older cheese, like in CGI, was funny. Like Terminator 2 CGI was pretty good back then, right? Yeah, exactly, Sinalaya. I don't know what the fuck is like I actually started enjoying Ring of Power from the beginning, you know, and then near the end I'm just like, what is this watery piss? And House of Dragons was shit at the start and it started getting better by the end, you know? Oh, it's a founder badge. It's a founder badge Nubifier. So I've got this thing now where when people don't continue their subs for more than 3 months, they lose their founders. And I just keep rolling them until somebody who's subscribed comes up and it locks you in. And your name came up when I rolled somebody out. No, it's not good, man. The Ring of Power is just not good. I hope it gets better if they make another season of it. But yeah, yesterday's episode was just, what the fuck am I watching, you know? And I've not read the books and I even know it's not right. Possible inbound? Nah, it's not, it's too low. Why would anybody release the subs? Well, there we go. If somebody, like again, if founders don't keep their subs for more than, and they let go of it for 3 months, and they don't let me know about it, then I just re-roll them. That's how Senelias got one, you've got one now, other people have got them. Because Twitch allows you to do it, I'm no longer making it where like a founder can just not sub and hold that badge. So I'm gonna make people who are active able to show off their founder badges. It's up to you guys if you want to let it go or not. The good thing is though, if I roll it off somebody, they can never get it back again. So they might as well not return and sub to me, you know? If they were just wanting the badge. More happened in each Lord of the Ring movie than the whole The Ring of Powers by a long while. Yeah. Again, whatever, man. See, TV series of these movies and stuff just... yeah. Sounds like shit? What do you mean? Okay. You're talking about Rings of Power? Again, just not impressed, man. Like, you would think for that amount of budget that somebody would be able to write a story, but again, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not really like a Game of Thrones fan either. I've just been enjoying the story, visuals, and the acting in House of the Dragon, especially last or Monday or Sunday's episode. No joke. What's his name? Who plays the king? The fucking acting on that dude is insane. I hope he gets an award for that for season 1. Absolutely insane acting from that guy. Like, to get me emotional in something that I'm not interested in and watching that scene, I was like, holy fuck, that's actually hitting hard. Did you see Amazon reply to a tweet I posted yesterday? 4.7 million followers. I'm a Witch of Mercury. I'm still not started Witch of Mercury. I'm waiting until more episodes are out because I know I'm gonna binge it and I don't want to wait weeks for it, Zaman. It's the same thing I did with Blood Orphan. I waited till the series was finished and then I binged the whole thing back to back. And then I binged it again the following week. My body is already for season 4 of The Boys. Yeah, Boys... no joke, like, I am not somebody that really enjoys, like, series like Ring of Power, House of Dragons, Game of Thrones, stuff like that. It's just generally not me. But The Boys has always been something that I've enjoyed every episode, right? And I know it doesn't portray to the comics at all. It's massively off. But the acting in The Boys is so good. The storyline is good. The comedy, the gore is good. It's just all round, makes you want to watch more of it, and that's what I love about it. And it just makes me want Dredd, like another Dredd movie so much, because what's his name is also meant to be the new Wolverine as well. Not for Deadpool 3, but they're planning to bring Wolverine back, and apparently he has been one of the top casters for it. Yeah, Carl Urban. Because he actually has the look of Wolverine, if you think about it. Like, he's got the ability to have a strong beard. And, here we go, incoming on that. And other things as well, so... alright, it's moving towards us, so this is definitely a bounty hunter. It's... because, again, if it was moving to Edmund, it would be more pushing down on that thing. So let's bring the angles in low. And we'll see what we're up against. Quite a big signal that I picked up at 30 away, so possibly Vanguard, maybe Cutlass. If it's a fighter, I'll be very, very impressed. That's 75 there. So what have we got? 600i. Oh well. I was wrong on that. It's bigger than I thought. Alright, so we've got the missile spam that's about to bust out. I don't see any gunners targeting me on the MFD, so we're just going to keep it and bring it in fast. It's going to spam out probably the clusters, if they fit the clusters, or it's going to go with the typical size-free bombardment, which I may have to rack up a little bit more. We gotta be careful with this, on this. The approach is coming in, it's not missling right away. I kind of want to turn around and scan, but I think head tracking scan is going to be a little bit off, so let's bring in a little bit more. It is pre-nosing quite a bit. Right, we're going to push now. So we're cutting across, we're cutting here, and up. And we're in. There we go. And we will cut through the shield pretty fast. We're going to decouple so we glide. We might have to go through the left shield for this. But we will cut through this. This is the thing that works in this atmosphere, is we are cannon build. Shields going down. There's no gunners. The gunner would have popped up, so this is why I know this. So if I stay in this position, we're completely fine. No rear gunner has appeared. So again, even if they had somebody under the ship as a gunner, they could move seats into this position. We're gonna roll this way just to get around on it, because they're playing a little trick. Shield's about to go down. And engine's gone. Say goodnight. It's not actually gone. Oh, me, I thought it was. There we go. There's engine gone. Goodbye. Flawless victory. So he'll crash the ground. We'll look at it as it could be, well, maybe it will die. There we go. 600i. And this is why with 600i, you do not fly it without a gunner, because it doesn't have the HP to deal with this stuff. Yeah, Carlburn and Thor. But when he did Dredd, he was so good in Uberfire. He was really, really good as Judge Dredd. He didn't try, Tomo. He thought he could outturn a fucking saber in hard atmosphere. Like, that was the first mistake. Should have seen what I was in, gone, no, I don't have any gunners, this is not gonna work. Also, my cockpit is open, by the way. That's why it sounded different. Yeah. So we've been flying around since we left Grim Hex with the fucking cockpit open. I wondered why everything sounded so much louder and we didn't have any struts, right? I've just noticed now that it's not in place. Fucking weird, man. He was trying, yeah, but he was trying should have been fucking leave. Alright. Cockpit looked really good, actually. But I didn't notice that, man. That's crazy. Alright, will it close now? There we go. Alright, now it's not so noisy. I was so confused, and I never even thought the canopy had malfunctioned there. Alright, that sounds better. No struts for the win? I know. It's why the Saber Raven cockpit is so much better. I don't know why CIG have this big issue of literally ruining the visuals of Star Citizen. Like, if you took away all these struts here and just left it like a normal canopy in an actual fighter, it would look good. But for some reason CIG are like strut hard, like it just ruins the visuals of your game, not blinding people, you know? Open canopy meta? Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. It did sound good. I was wondering why the engines of the 600i sound so much better And there you go. That's because the canopy blocks all these nice sounds out of the game. But yeah, the boys, House of the Dragon I'm enjoying. I need to start Witch of Mercury, which is Gundam, but I'm gonna wait until season 1 is finished. And then, I don't know. I guess I will continue watching Ring of Power if it brings another season out, but I'm just like, I kind of hope that they don't, personally. Yes, using cannons. Just on the Saber and Hard Atmosphere, Jack. How you doing, Chief? Yeah, actually that could be a good idea, Zaman. Yeah, I heard that. Cyberpunk's just not really my kind of thing. Like, and I mean the theme cyberpunk. I don't mean actually cyberpunk from fucking what are they called? So I've made preparations in the studio. The sim area has been cleaned out. The 431 kilogram 6DOF arrives on Tuesday. Want to assemble it on time lapse about new studio lights for it as well. Bought new, alright. Jesus Christ. Is this the one that fucking does this in flight? Because obviously your other one is more like a racing one. Is this a big fucking piston job, is it? It is? Oh my god. Just make sure you get the counterweights put in correctly or it's like, it fucking falls backwards. What axes would you recommend on pedals? Mine is yaw. So I fly like a jet fighter. Not many people do this. Most people are like where they're like, say for example, we bring up the joysticks. Their left joystick is up and down, left and right, and if they twist, it's usually their like roll or yaw or something like that. Then most people put roll or forward and back on their pedals depending what they choose, and then obviously pitch and stuff. Like most people will do pitch and yaw on their x-axis. Then it's stuff like that, you know. For me, pitch is up and down, X is roll, my pedals are yaw, and I'm forward, backwards, and strafe up and down is twist. Because again, in the future, up strafing is not going to be a meta in this game. And if anybody thinks it is, it's not. Dude, that looks sick. That looks so sick, man. That is crazy, crazy biscuits. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. I could definitely get my teeth into something like that. But not right now. Because right now, guys, exclamation mark Nova is way more important than a sim pit for me. If you guys don't know, thanks to everyone yesterday, we managed to put down the reserve for Nova's friend. And we still need to get, hopefully before next Saturday, up to level 2 to be able to purchase little friend. Or I'll need to take a loan for the time being. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone. If you guys don't know about it, just read about it. My boy Husky is depressed since like come Tuesday will be 2 weeks since we lost Luna. On the channel, if you knew about her, she was like a big part of the stream and stuff like that. And Nova is massively depressed with all these things. And we're doing a fundraiser to just get a friend in for him. And this is what I would like for me. If anybody doesn't know my background, I'm actually a canine behavior specialist. And for me, if you're ever with like 2 dogs, 3 dogs, or especially 2 dogs, and they lose one and they've had many years together, it's very difficult for the other dog to get over it. So I always recommend the fastest thing to do is to get somebody else in to distract, because dogs don't understand the concept of death or time, because generally they only have a 4 to 10 second memory where they don't record all the things in their head, they only record the important things. So when they're always seeing a dog and they create would be the bond basically, it's very difficult to get that out of the dog's head. So this sounds dreadful. You have to replace the memories of the other dog with a new dog. And I know that sounds dreadful for humans, but this is human nature basically. Because either that, he can end up where he'll just lie down, not eat and die, because he's so upset about where is she kind of thing, you know? And especially when you've had like a 5-year bond and he's been shipped around a few times, where for me, he used to be an ex-customer of mine, and I took him on because, again, the owner just couldn't deal with the husky, couldn't train him, you know what I mean? Exactly, Dharma, yeah. So for me, it's like, I would have never done a GoFundMe. It's not my kind of style to do that stuff. It's cool with other people doing it, right? But for me, I didn't want to do a GoFundMe. It's just literally the bills that cost me to put Luna through and then put her to sleep and then have her cremated cleaned me out for the next like 3 or 4 months, so I can't get a friend. And I actually, before we even looked at puppies, I looked at dog homes, because this was like, right, I'll get another dog from a dog home, give it a good life, and there was nothing that is riskable in my opinion, because they're all like 2 to 3 years old, quite strong males, says not allowed to be with other dogs, which is what rescue homes always say. And I just thought Nova might go even worse, you know. With a puppy, he will still maintain he's the alpha. Another male coming in could knock that out of whack, you know. The company asked if my floor was up to the task. Yeah, I would imagine. I wouldn't be able to put it here. I wouldn't be able to put it here. I would have to build something out in the garden for it, or something like that. So yeah, if anybody can help, if you can't help financially, just like other people, if you can retweet the message out, like it, you know, share it with people, stuff like that, share it with communities, would be massively appreciated. So you don't feel like you have to actually put something in, just spread the word. Would be very, very kind of you guys if you could. I was gonna ask like streamers to advertise it, but again, like, I'm really like one of these people that doesn't like to ask for money. I would rather work for it, earn my way, and save up for it, but because of the clean out, I'm just like, I'm not in a situation where I can just pull out the super reserved assets from a bank, you know what I mean? Because I know what would happen. I would buy the puppy, right? And then a fucking tree is gonna collapse into my house. And then I'll be like, shit. How am I meant to feed everyone after that, you know? Hey, Spinkle, how you doing, Chief? Spin Kyle. Is it Spin Kyle? Am I saying that right? Or Eichel? Is it Eichel? Spin Eichel? I have no idea how to say your name correctly. I do apologize. Spin Cycle, that's it. We were close. We were close. The brain is so bad at reading names. It feels like my luck after making a big purchase. Yeah, I know, dude. That's a funny thing that's always happened with me anyway, right? I save up for stuff, I buy it, and then something horrible happens, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell, am I not allowed to have a single enjoyment purchase without fucking 20 negatives behind it, you know what I mean? That's why I know I'll never win the lottery, because if I win the lottery, I'll probably, like, get decapitated when I try to go and collect it or something like that. Yeah. Exactly, dude. Like, so earlier this year, I got like a few things, like just, you know, after birthday treats for myself. Then AC unit has to be repaired, boiler has to be repaired, you know, other things like electricity prices going up, and I'm like, god damn, am I not allowed to spend a little bit of my money? It's like, shit, well, here we go again. Now it's 6 months of fucking low food amount, putting money into a saving, and then it gets fucking cleaned out again, you know? And we're coming up to the birthday as well. It's crazy how it happens all the time. Throughout my whole life, it's always been this way. The moment I try and get something to enjoy myself, 90 problems happens, you know? Did you see the Star Citizen? They put out a full-length video of the video? Yeah, I saw that, dude, yeah. I took inspiration from them and decided to make my own supercut. I connected only the content in one video, no intro, no outro, CitizenCon, no bullshit. That's cool, dude, that's cool. Yeah, classics Murphy Law, yeah. So hopefully, with this little bundle of love, there won't be many major problems. I'm not going to say there aren't going to be any problems. I always know there's every problems in life. But if there is fate, karma, or anything like that, can you just give me a break until like 2023, please? I would appreciate that. Just let me have a break. But obviously, the community chose the name Nyx, which is Latin for snow, which kind of works with the pup. If you've not seen like the full image here, this is like the image of Mama, and let me quickly get the tweet to show you the pup of choosing. Where is she here? There we go. That is the one we put a reserve on yesterday, thanks to you guys. I did it live by tweeting, all that jazz. So this will be Little Nyx that will arrive a week today. But obviously, we need to get this up just a little bit more. A little bit more. Have you ever dealt with Data 4-Pack error in SC? Many years ago, yeah, but generally... No, I've not. And I've reinstalled it recently. I have a slower internet connection. I get this instant crash error when I load in. I've tried all the recommended fixes and nothing works. Are you able to continue on with the download? "9 hours to re-download." Right. You're hoping to avoid it? Yeah, that's a bit of a trouble. Incoming now. 23 kilometers out. Let's push towards the hill. Oh, possible secondary target, but it's 51, which is also 20 away from Lorville. We could have 2 targets coming, but they're massively at distance. So we got this high one and we got the 51. I think the 51 is definitely going to be at Lorville. And it's just cruising in. However, it might approach. We're going to keep the scanners up just in case. It could be a 2 versus 1. Third bogey, third target in the water. We have possible 3 on 1. First target is a Nomad. Secondary target is Cutlass Black. We're going to engage on the Cutlass Black, since it's closer to us than the Nomad. Plus, missiles, all that jazz. We want to eliminate out. We're going to go for a rack of 4. Targeting back right engine. Pushing onto it now. Decouple mode engaged. In we go. Fox 3 on that. Out on the engines. Clear the lock. It's going to take that. Shields come in. We're going to slide right in behind. I'm keeping fast just in case. They have a gunner. Firing on the left engine. Left engine gone. They're going to go into a spin. Let's start to regen our weapons. As we cruise around here, going to just annihilate. Second engine gone. And waiting for the charge to finish. Possible ejection there. 20 kilometers out. Let's push in now. Second target in is probably at the actual zone actually now, yeah. The Nomad wasn't chasing us at us at all. Let's re-rack down to 1 as we approach. So we don't have the other secondary thing on scan, so it's probably warped out, or it was leaving Lorville right from the start. Nomad is actually on the move. Or it's not. The beeper just is off. You're maybe going for the Nomad to start with, but the Cutlass was closer, right? Let's see what we got here. Ah, spawning a land. If it spawns a rock, I'll just let it go. If it spawns anything else, yeah, it's gonna die. There's the other target appeared, 40, 50 kilometers away. Again, that could be somebody leaving Hurston, so we're not gonna really care about it too much. Quickly do this. Once we got the chance here. Yeah, that ping's going away from us, that's good. Hey Panda, how you doing, Chief? Charlie as well. That was brutal? Kinda happens. All the fireworks are verified? Yeah, strange on that one then. Let's see what we get here then. Again, if it spawns a rock and it's doing that kind of stuff, I'm gonna let it go, but if it's just here to farm helmets, it's going to lose. But obviously it can bedlock, we'll see. I'm using Verpal Alpha Primes on Warboard CM Freeze. Verpal were kindly enough to send them to me where we've got the metal primes. And they are very, very good. Very, very good. Very expensive, but very good. Why not let him loot? Because that's not me, Alpha, right? If somebody's going off to go and do mining on Hurston, then sure, you know what I mean? I got no confidence on that. But if this person's farming Vandal helmets, maybe I want the Vandal helmet. They can go and find it all for me. Again, you got to understand, Alpha, that in the future, we're not going to have hard armistice zones, so this would already be dead, right? That's the difference of player with me, is the moment that they take away the hard armistice, and they're meant to be going next year, where there'll be crime stat, there'll be sentries, there'll be all these things here, that ship is already dead to me. You do the same, yeah. Like again, this is the difference between people's playstyles. I play as a killer. I want to be as fast and as effective as I can with killing, and yeah, because in the future, especially free 18, this is salvage, this is money. Right, so now we're in a little tight situation here where I have to decide, do I go after the approaching 21 kilometer, or do I go for the Nomad that doesn't have a pilot in it? The Nomad is most likely going to spawn something else. We got to be careful that a blister might appear. But let's go within the idea that the Nomad is actually logged out of the server, so that clears it up for us completely, where we now have another Cutlass. Again, we're going to go racking on the 4. We're going to target the engines again. Left back engine, targeted, push towards. We're going to fox free on this. We're also going to drop flares just in case it decides that it wants to go up. And as we slot in behind, again, no gunner, target left engine. Bit shifty weighty there. Alright, there we go. It's just back strafing. It wants to try and defeat me in a who's got more damage output. I'm just gonna go for solid kill now, not disable. Secondary target possible. Just pinged up. Oh, it's just the Nomad that's not disappeared. And then let's reset it down there. My favorite is landing an M2 at security outpost, drive it to the outpost in a grey cat and stand on the roof waiting for bounty hunters with my railgun. That's a good way of doing it, eh? Because again, they get shot by the turrets. I think I was watching Burks last night, and Burks was he got railed by a couple of people, and it was in a hurricane. I don't think he died in the hurricane, but yeah, it took a lot of damage pretty quickly, like, you know. Railguns are no joke. People don't use them enough, but then obviously in the future you're not going to be able to climb into a pilot chair with a railgun, which is going to be sick. But eventually down the line you're probably not going to even be able to get into a pilot chair with medium or heavy armor on as well. Again, that still breaks the game. Well, they were talking about Spin Cycle where they want it where eventually down the line pilots are only going to be able to get into a pilot seat or any pilot chair, even in like in a Constellation, in a certain flight suit that doesn't have any armor to it. And they were talking about where size, light, medium, and armor can't get into a pilot chair. And they're going to make it where backpacks and any weapons on your back will not allow you to sit in any chair full stop. So anyone that gets into a turret chair will have to take their backpack off, put it into a thing, put their guns on the rack. You're not going to be able to go in these positions. Even if you're going to a jump seat, you're not going to be able to sit down in a jump seat like on a Prowler with a backpack on. So this makes it very interesting to see how that's actually going to be. And I completely agree with it on it as well. It's the same for people that climb into tanks and land vehicles. They shouldn't be able to go in with all this crap on their back. They should have to stow it, because if anybody's... It's the same with like commando rolling. You know how we can commando roll in Star Citizen, or we used to be able to do it? I don't agree with that. Has anybody here ever tried to commando roll with a fucking like 60 kilogram webbing backpack on and you've got your rifle holstered? You can't fucking do it, right? You end up like a turtle where you just can't get all the way over. It's so stupid to me that this you can do this in this game. So I really hope these mechanics come in. I don't want Star Citizen to be too realistic. I just don't want it to be unbelievable as well. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Zoo. I want, like, so if you imagine we have Star Citizen right now, and you have Tarkov stroke DCS World, right? I want it somewhere in the middle here. It's not too realistic, but it's not also, what the fuck is this mess, right? That's what I would love to see. Alright, new target, 22 up, we're pushed towards. Let's see what we've got here. Actually, more behind. So over the ocean. So it's coming in 21 behind. Ooh, Salty, thank you very much for the Prime for 50 months. Hey Menace, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you want Star Citizen to be fun and engaging, but you don't want it to be too simulator or nobody plays, right? Because again, you just go and play DCS World if you want it. Alright, Banu Defender. We know that it can only have 4 missiles. Let's fire one Fox Free. Fox Free is out. We're gonna approach now. Now I'm gonna keep it in this. It takes a hit. And it's gonna try and out-turn the safe. Alright. Fucking Narnia mode is engaged. What the actual gypsy danger is going on? Narnia mode has been engaged. And it's not taking any hits because it's not in the location it's meant to be. Fucking hell. And I thought I've seen bad people with bad internet. Alright, well, it goes this way then. It's running away. Fox Free on that. Not taking any hits, chat, in certain areas. Crazy stuff. Like, this is where, like, internet is so shitty. Look at that. It's literally flown past me 3 times as it dies. And this is when I say to people, I can't wait for fucking, proper, regional stuff where Americans and Pacific stop playing on EU servers, and vice versa. Because your progression won't carry across servers very shortly. Hopefully we see this in the next year. I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna see what this one does here. Shawty! So let's rack down. Target engine. Do some warning shots just in case it's a new player. It's just ignoring. Fuck me. It's literally bot. It's not even, oh my god. Right, he is at warp height. This ship is at warp height. Let's give it a bit more. Fire off a bit more rounds. Shields. There we go. Come on, warp. Warp. Oh my god, what are you doing, dude? Come on. Come on, warp. Warp. Oh god, please, I'm giving you a chance, dude. Just warp. Come on, you can do it. I believe. Alright, you're red. You're literally 2 shots away from dying. Good man. Good man. That's it. That's what I like to see. You're getting shot at by somebody. Time to fucking run. Alright, let's dive down. We're 17 up. Full speed dive. Poor guy? No, not poor guy. He's learning. Nomad's still there. Might also be a player from Belgium. Their internet is in many places really bad. True, but you know what I mean? Like, this is where the server needs to start kicking off people with 300, 400 ping, Edison, like other video games, right? Because this shit is bad. Bad when somebody's doing that kind of stuff, right? Well, I'm looking forward to when it becomes more regional locked, which is going to be so good. And not locked as in you can't play with people, just your progression won't carry over from EU to NA and stuff like that. So what's the best starter? If you can afford it, an Avenger Titan. I do not recommend Mustang or Aurora. I think they're a pile of shit. And it is literally just a package to get you into the game if you're wanting that. If you got friends to play with Flea Block, then get a Mustang or a Aurora, right? But if you don't have anyone to play with, the extra 20 bucks for that Avenger Titan makes a huge, big of a difference to you. Again, Salty Space Ken, thank you very much for the 15 months, dude. I appreciate that as well. Spin Psycho as well with the follow. Bear Grizzly, I missed that one 20 minutes ago. Thank you for the follow as well. For some reason, bad pings help the bad internet person more than the other person. Only game I've seen do that. Very true, yeah. Do we have it leaving? Oh, finally! It's leaving. The question is, what do I do, chat? There's no... Oh, fuck, there's a 20k coming in. Let's leave Dexter, because we've got a secondary target coming in from... just above... It's come from Lorville, right? So let's push low. Let's see what we got. We got a Saber. Saber as well. So what we're gonna do with this is we are not gonna play fair, because this could get very, very fucking dodgy. So let's push in like this. Fox free on it now. Now we're gonna pull it away whilst this happens. And pull our speed here. My god, it actually got hit by all 4. Alright, well, fuck. We'll just go in then. Go. If I did. Oh, is that Dexter? That's Dexter leaving. Cool. Dexter's leaving. Dexter's out of here. Dexter took the right mentality to leave. Good timing. Good timing. You have inspired me to go buy some cannons and do some atmosphere criminal activities to mix up. It's different, right? Winters, it just gives you something to do. But you can only do it in hard atmosphere, right? Because that guy came with attritions. So, you know, was expecting to fucking be able to beam me down at 1400 range. Possibly watching the stream like, oh yeah, he's using cannons. But he got fucking hit by fucking 2 missiles out of the 4. And then just got rattled. Also, yeah, very true. Flea block, right? If you don't have Star Citizen right now, Flea block, and you don't have an account, obviously you're welcome to use my referral, !REF. But as Edison says, we're about to get IEE at the end of November, and you can get 30% off a starter pack, which is like an Aurora or a Mustang. You buy them, and then you spend the upgrade to the Titan, and you save yourself like 20% fucking, if you want to save back on it. Is it insured LT? No, you won't get LTI unless it's a concept now in Star Citizen. It depends, since Michael. Right, so most of the times, if you're wanting to, like, when you're using couple or decouple, there are certain benefits and negatives to each one. In hard atmosphere, you just kind of want to use couple, because decouple really doesn't give you the advantage. What decouple allows you to do versus bigger ships in hard atmosphere is sort of glide a little bit more around corners. That's all the differences in hard atmosphere. In space, it's different. In Daymar, it would be different, all that jazz. But on hard atmosphere, there's not much difference between couple or decouple. Decouple is actually a hindrance when you're close to the ground, because decouple will pull you into the ground because you have to constantly upstrafe, wasting resources. Couple doesn't do that. Yeah, the Avenger Titan is the one I recommend, Fleablock. It literally is the best ship. Now, if you're going purposely to be a miner, where you're mining rocks and stuff like that, and you're going to use a rock, then I always recommend, instead of getting the Avenger Titan, you get the Nomad, because the Nomad allows it to go in the back, and it's better than a Cutlass, in my opinion, for that job. Because you never need to, once you've mounted it onto the back of the rock, you never need to move it. All you do is find the rock, spin 360, laser off the back of the Nomad, obviously allowing yourself to climb in and out of it, and then you just fly away again, right? Yeah, but all of this changes very shortly as well with aerodynamics, because again, you got to remember where we'll have aerodynamics as well, spin cycles, so you shouldn't have that pull down in decouple in the future, because you'll be using your main engines and up thrust or uplift from aerodynamics when you're flying. In space, obviously, it's a different story, right? You can use whatever you prefer, but the new flight model should allow you to not be pulled down and having to constantly upstrafe. Because again, what most people don't realize is upstrafe in this game is literally faked aerodynamics uplift. That's why you have higher uplift, and you're meant to roll into your turns and stuff like that. Because again, you get pulled out of the air. It's fake uplift. And hopefully we won't need to do that. You'll just be pressing forward and you'll be able to turn yourself around much easier. And obviously upstrafe will help to a certain degree, but they might make it where it overheats or something like that. Who knows? Did they have the Avenger last year on a discount? That's good, yeah. If you could get it, yeah. Thank you, Jedi, if you relayed that whilst they were getting ads. Appreciate that, dude. But yeah, like for me, I've got a few people that are interested in Star Citizen. I'm like, look guys, just wait till 318, wait till IE starts, and get yourself some deals, you know? You could save yourself like 30% stuff. Yeah, Fleablock, we have ads here, dude, but I'm a full-time content creator, and like, no offense to you, but I need to make money from you, you know what I mean? I can't run on free, basically. So yeah, you watch 6 ads, but obviously then you don't have to spend a penny, it's just your time. The Geico commercials? You're lucky you get them. In the UK, we get horrible ones. Yeah, spin cycle. It's up to you how you want to fly. I personally, I always like to learn to switch between the two fly modes. It's the same with using lag and lead. There's certain things that you want to use and stuff. Hey, LaFrench, how you doing, Chief? Yeah, pretty cannons. Yeah, they're the quarterlers from the Saber Raven. You can buy them in game as well, but they sound really dope as well. I think we may have got everything from the server now. This is where, again, we keep going through it. Server meshing is going to be the best thing that happens to this game. Where you don't... You basically don't have this mentality, oh, I might get some more action if I swap server. You just basically go, no, I'm on my server. Let me, go and do something else, because this is not working, you know? I can't wait till we actually have that. And hopefully they actually change bounty hunting as well, because that would be really cool as well. Zayman, can we get an exclamation mark Nova command in chat, please, dude? If you can, like, do it every, like, 30 minutes or something like that. Just so it keeps flowing. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Oh, there we go. Another one. Right, what do we have here? C2. Alright, well that's definitely out of my fucking pay grade. If this is a bounty hunter, it'll change, it'll turn. Let's turn around on it. Is it heading to we, or is it heading to Edison? Right, it's heading to Edison. We just let it go. I literally can't be bothered killing something of that size. Because it'll probably make the warp anyway. It'll just be a waste of time. Easier to just let, like if I had Fresh or somebody with me, then yeah, we'd kill it. That would be good salvage in 318, I would imagine. Something chunky like that, salvage, salvage. Especially as it's targeting me and trying to land in gear, so... Until then, it's like, meh. I only get the Be Scotch Lord by buying 1 centimeter land as well. It's normally like 1 meter by 1 meter. Or is some place selling 1 centimeter of land in Scotland? The funny thing is, those things don't hold up. They're more gimmicky, right? So when somebody says, oh yeah, I actually have a certificate that says I'm a laird in Scotland, you're not. I hate to tell you. It's just a fucking piece of paper as a gimmick. That's the only ad you get? Ballista. I am a lord in Skellin and I don't give a fuck about it. I don't know how those things get away. It's the same when people sell stars. You know what I mean? Like, you can buy a star and have it named, but it actually doesn't go into the proper records. So it's kind of like a scam, I feel. Oh, this server's definitely been better than what we've had Thursday and Friday. Oh no, Friday, sorry. A lot better. More traffic, that's for sure. Man, it's so annoying, the sun behind the clouds. It's so dark because of it. However, we should get like a bit of a Simba moment when the cloud breaks, and it looks like it's... no, it's actually pretty thick, eh? You can buy stars now? You've been able to buy stars for years, dude. Have a star named after somebody or something like that. It's the same with like that layered stuff. But it's not legit, you know? You get the certificate, you get a piece of paper and stuff like that, but when you actually go to proper, like, space NASA sites, it's just its serial number. It's not actually changed to people's names and stuff. Alright, isn't it? That's not how you become a laird, dude. I hate to tell you that in Scotland. There we go. We might get the sun now. They're gonna creep through. A little bit brighter. Ooh, blister! Yep, they spawned a blister. Alright. I see where it's coming from. We know target location. Secondary ship is coming in. Actually, no, that's the missile. Got it. Oh, dearie, dearie me. What can the matter be here, Mr. Ballista? Hmm? There's a constellation coming in. Drop the shields? It would have actually worked a lot better, eh? Now it's on the move, chat. Can it even lock me? Yeah, he did. So approach with ballista, or sorry, approach with that and then spawn the ballista. Now they're gonna spawn another one to get more missiles, right? See, this is where, like, I hate hard armor zones, where I can deflect the missiles of the ballista, right? But I can't kill the ballista. I do think medium fires will fare with the proposed master change. They'll be good, yeah. They will be good, dude. They will be good. Like, you know what I mean? I could have killed the ballista already. Killed the Hercules. That's not manned. And then go on to this ship here. Trying to rearm, by the way. We've got somebody here trying to rearm a ballista. Glaive will be good in the new system, Scarlet. Gotta believe, dude. If something is only moving at 400 meters a second and you've got a 700 plus cannon, you know what I mean, dude? You're gonna connect a lot more than you do just now. The problem is when people approach, their stuff is so scuffed. You know the funny thing is, chat? I could steal this Hercules right now, right? I could just steal the Hercules. The ramp is down. That's a brand new ballista spawned. So yeah, instead of doing that, went to rearm this one. Secondary target coming in. A Harbinger. Do I go for the Harbinger or do I kill the ballista? Should we ETA? Yeah. Right, okay. Doesn't matter, dude. I literally got a kamikaze here coming after me. I've never seen anyone stream Arena. You mean AC and stuff? Full send, I know. Self-destruct time for the Herc? Yeah, we could have done that. Yeah. We could have. We'll be in prison now with this. They'll have call to arms. That's what happens, you know what I mean? Oh shit, no we're not. Oh, never mind. Well, there's a fucking surprise. The full send, I know. We can't win any other way. Blister doesn't work. Hercules doesn't work. What do we do? Fucking Pisces. Oh, so good. Not in prison, yeah. You know the call to arms has changed in 3.18, by the way, guys. So you can't put somebody into prison with call to arms for the next patch. It's been disabled. You'll still be able to make money in PvE, but you won't be able to put people in prison because of it. Which is awesome. So it means that if you actually ram somebody, you can't put them into prison. You actually have to make fire. Which is cool, right? Ah, fuck. In Space Arena, probably like Arrow or Gladius. If you're going as a brand new player to Arena, Flea Block, prepare to have very leaky bottom, right? It ain't gonna be pretty. How will I send sacrifices to jail? You won't be able to do it. It's removed from it. Hey, Heavy Bob, how you doing? I'm for that, to be honest, just because of call to arms misfires. Exactly, dude, yeah. Exactly, dude. How you break out of there? Like that. Like when people complain about the elevators and stuff like that, all you have to do is just learn the cheat codes, right?
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
You relog every time? You don't know about the hidden console?
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Please.
You don't know about this, Heavy Bob? Do you want me to show you again, dude? I'll show you again for you, dude. Right, so say for example you get a fucked up elevator, and you can usually tell because the doors, let's go to like B6, right? Up, yeah, down, up, left, right, up, down, right, right. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Right, so we're in a thing, we go to lobby, right? And then if we can't walk through it, for whatever reason, there's a hidden console. Because if you see here, right? Oh no, I can go through it. Fuck. Let me see if I can try and bug it. It might be a little bit more difficult than I thought. Right, let me go to B1. B2. Let me get out of it and stuff. Why streamers get special treatment? It's not special treatment, dude. It's just literally looking for the telltale signs with this shit. Why would have used arrows, but I haven't called remover on the keyboard? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, Kirby. Alright, I got the meme, yeah. Sid can't fix an elevator to save the game. It's a little bit more trickier than that, I've heard. Let's see if this now fucks it up, right? See if I can go through. I don't know. Right, you'll just have to look at the VOD then, dude. Basically, when you're in the elevator and it bugs out, you come to the left here, you push your character through, and in this area is the console, because when you walk through, you can't walk all the way up to the other console. That's when you know you're in a second elevator to the one you visibly see. And all you do is press the console there, reset the elevator, and it fixes it. When people are disconnecting and killing themselves and doing all that weird shit, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's super easy to deal with.
Selected. Stand by.
At the moment when things perfectly work, I know, it sucks, eh? It massively sucks when that happens. Hey, welcome, dude. Again, guys, you don't need to relog or change. Just hit the hidden console, and it usually does it a couple of times. It's so much faster than relogging. And again, just go back on the video. I don't lock my VODs. I don't put them in a paywall. I don't hide them or whatever. Yeah, exactly, Tin Cup. That's one way I was hoping to show, but yeah. I hate to be the one to tell you Heavy Bob, but it's everyone but you that made me comment on Twitch about trying to make. It's all fucking Heavy Bob's option. It's all his problem. What's the motto? Right, so we're probably expecting full fucking ballista team. Actually, you know what the funny thing is? I'm just gonna go to a different outpost, because now it's gonna be in the dark by the time we get back, right? So they can have Edmund. That's cool. The Pisces went with us, so I'm looking at the collateral on it, and this saber has definitely got its money's worth out of assets. Alright. Doubler. Hey Anna, how you doing, Chief? Just Sombra. Oh, nice. We can just
Other
go
than
through.
10 people in the server when I joined in.
That's nice, huh? Whee! the dog, we got the reserve in, Anu. So the dog is reserved. Collection is next Saturday. So we'll have a very short stream or a very early stroke short stream. Missing head in Galog, just relog to a different server. Oh wait, no. Yeah, one minute. Yeah. Relog. Don't kill yourself. Relog. If you lose your undersuit, it's a reset. Heavy Bob. If you've missing your head, it's just relog. Clasher basically did. Are you talking about that, Clasher? If you're always missing the Mobiglass, you just relog and come into a different server. If you're missing your undersuit in jail, you have to reset your account. How is the chunky football? If he is like his looks. Again, it'll be next Saturday we collect Edison, but I'm still 450 short from goal 2. So I put down on the fundraiser for it, here, that we changed the goals and added in the next one, 1,000 to reserve a friend, and then at 1,500 to purchase a friend. So we've got 450 short till next Saturday. If we don't hit it in time, I'll take a loan from somewhere. And goal 3 and 4, we're slowing down, so I doubt we'll even hit them, to be honest. I doubt we'll hit 3 and 4, so I'm just gonna have to fucking do other things for that. But yeah, the little floof, here he is here. We'll be here next Saturday. Does having a Titan Avenger make it easier to earn money in game? Yes, it does. It means that you can do combat, you can do trading, you can do box missions, you can do bed logging, you can do mining, salvaging in free 18 when the patch comes, Fleablock. It generally gives you really good stuff. It's also a really good combat ship for the price. It's good, great visibility, ejection seat, bed logout, a little bit of storage. It's basically pay to win, yeah exactly. The difference is if you go against somebody like in a Gladius or an Arrow and they're competitive enough, they'll clap you. But who knows, you might become the best Titan pilot in the world, you know? Last time I went to jail in free 17.2, I did free O2 missions and then had no merits towards my 6-hour time. Don't know if it works again. Yeah, it all works in free. Like, I've been to jail multiple times. Like, I was fully expecting the Pisces that hit us, rammed us, basically. It could have been just the carcass rammed us. I don't really know if it was an intentional ram or just a mistake. Whatever. I was expecting to go to jail on that, so that's literally just, you know, 20 minutes work, 20 minutes to get Crime 5 back again. Easy clap. Yeah. Again, when you lose the Mobiglass, you just relog. That fixes it all the time, pretty much. That SIG doesn't fix bugs. They do fix bugs, dude. I think people are just wanting more outstarts than you're meant to be getting right now. And that's more just, you know, snowflake, I'm important kind of chat. Are you just using Spotify? I'm using everything. You can do exclamation mark song if you want, thing. Alright, Edmund. I'll play bait.
Copy that.
Nuts. You should send us your Spotify playlist. I don't have any Spotify playlist. I literally just rack up some fucking songs and let it choose itself after that. There's literally an option to let Spotify pick similar songs afterwards. I don't know why people don't use that shit. Hey, Van. They're called quartlers. They used to be a rare weapon you could get, but you can buy them in game now. Yeah. I don't think there's anything there because I would still have the rest. Most likely got. Oh no, we got 21 off location. I'm racking 7 just in case.
7, copy.
I think it's just. Yeah, Andromeda. They're still there. Ares Inferno. Getting no tone lock though, so it's good.
Lost the markers, let me correct it.
Roger that. Yeah. Had you a little bit too loud there, fucking hell. Whew. Bunny's taking off. There's a ballista as well. The Connie is a bait. The ballista is literally down the side here of the zone. Like if you're looking on my stream, right in front, it's actually on the move, right? It knows that I can see it.
Copy.
Firing torp?
Firing, yep.
Yeah. It's firing on you, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it was blank firing on me then.
I see him.
Yeah. He's gonna waste his torps on the armistice zone. The Connie is still baiting.
I'm racking the missiles.
Cool. You'll need to go over the zone and behind him to do it.
Yep.
Right, do it.
Doing it.
But you don't get hit by the explosion, right? I'm gonna move.
Oh, that's a tank. That's a tank.
Dead tank.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Well, it's now a dead tank. Right, I'm going on the Connie, pushing onto it.
Copy. Going in the armistice.
Yeah. They'll go for ballista probably now.
Yeah. I'm still blue. Got
Yeah,
missiles.
it's gone. The tank nearly rolled into the fucking war, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, there's another tank parked in the safe zone,
Yeah.
unoccupied.
That's me targeting you. Marker was showing like on the ground.
Connie off. Connie going warp. I'm below.
Yeah, I'm above. I'll cut through its shields in seconds. If you could just give some missile support, maybe.
Yep. Throwing missiles. Lock.
Nearly dead.
Key flare this time.
Yeah. Shields are down. You can't regen. I'm gonna go for engine shove. Dead.
That.
You go rearm.
Yep.
Alright, let's do them. I got marker on to the left, possible blister site. Maybe not. Something appeared, but it's gone.
Guy
Silence.
letting go off in Inferno.
Roger that. I think he's gonna repair. Hercules is taking off.
C2. C2 is.
Yeah, get ready.
Yeah.
Blap on that with missiles. Just missile support,
Let me
I'll
get
cut.
missiles. Yeah. Let.
He'll probably hit warp though. Like I can only cut through so much. I'm gonna raise up a bit so your missiles can come through.
No
Jeez.
maintenance. No maintenance on the pad.
Yeah, this guy's flipping over. He's doing some weird shit.
There's also a ballista on the armistice zone itself.
Yeah, that's fine. Just continue on firing. You might have a gunner, so watch out.
Copy.
Fighting through the shields now. I'm gonna raise up. Nearly dead. Still not at warp height. He's in veto mode. He fucked up by going veto mode. He's got no push. Roger that. Yeah, it's the Inferno engaging.
Okay.
His engine or landing gear's down. I've got the high ground. Sweeping in behind. Yeah, he's all yours. I've got him stationary. I've got him hold.
Full clip in.
Roger that. I'm now behind.
Full clip in.
I'm chasing. Flash 2.
Nice one.
Alright, try rearm now since they're off the pads.
Go for it, yeah.
Vanguard's still there, but I think they're all dead. All the people there. Alright, KB, take care, dude. Thank you for being here. Hey, Miss L, good afternoon to you. No, it's not a ballista. Don't kill it. It was a tank. That's why it was like not doing big explosions. My right wing took some damage. That's fine, dude. Again, if I change out of this vision, as long as my cockpit and center is not damaged.
I got targeted. There's something on the ground.
Yeah, there's a Pisces expedition, probably ramming edition. Also, there's another thing snuck around. What's that? Yeah, there's another Nova. There's a ballista on the ground now. tucked away in the corner. You can slot in behind me to get a rearm if you can.
Yeah, this pad is no bueno.
Yeah, it's because there's the Pisces saying on it. Pisces is about to take off, so watch out. I'm clear. He's trying to ram, reversing. Oh, he's going fast. No, he just crashed into the ground. Yeah, he's doing some memes. I'll pursue him when he tries to run fast. Yeah.
He's running. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Alright. Let's see what else we got. I don't think there's anyone else on the ground. There is a blister, like, down here.
That might be the one that's out of ammo, so he just left it there.
Nah, it's got a few bits of ammo left in it. I mean, if need be, I can get I can spawn my own ballista and push them out of the armistice zone. Alright, got no ballista, I'm racking down.
Yeah, still no services for me.
Ramming damage does need to be balanced slightly. I wish they would go the EVE Online route where you just bounce off each other, because that still is a very tactical thing. Because in EVE it was great to bounce people out of Armistice Zone. Exactly, yeah. CIG need to change that. You know, it would do damage to a hammerhead or something like that, but you know what I mean? The mass of those ships would crush over anything. That's good. I like that. Got the Hercules, got the fucking Ares, got the Connie, got a tank. Beautiful.
Depending on how this pays, we'll maybe make $1 million off of this, like in future.
I don't know if you would. I mean, again, it would depend on what salvaging you get from a Hercules. I would imagine it takes a bit of time, and if it's more than 30 minutes, then CIG need to make it where you make like 200, 300k, you know? Maybe more because of you actually having to risk something, so like say 400k, because I can make, no joke, like 200k in 30 minutes, 250k, and that's not me even trying, you know, so, and that's no risk. Yeah, that definitely needs to changes, and I think CIG will basically do that when they add in whatever they design for armor, where they'll just make it where the armor buffers out mass of whatever it is, you know what I mean? There's no way people can just have small ships and suicide with alts and stuff for the future. It just won't bode well for this game. Like in EVE Online, you can take a frigate and you can kill... Hey, pup. How you doing? You can kill a carrier with a frigate, but it would take you hours. Unless they have everything turned off and then it's just chewing through the HP. But if it was active, you're never killing it, you know, because you can out-rep the damage. And it's the same thing like in Star Citizen, where you should be allowed to kill it with like a Merlin or something like that, but if you try and ram it, you know what I mean, it's just, you die. It takes a little bit of damage. Because again, it's not hard to just wait until like November and buy like 10, instead of buying a ship for yourself, you buy 10 alts and you just literally have them in a ship that's designed to ram. It's like, oh yeah, right, okay, I'll just log in my laptop, arm it for ramming. Whilst you engage, you just ram with your ult and you kill people, you know? Nah, it can't be like that. Circle of death with each plane circling while covering the squad mate. Yeah, exactly. Like if CIG keep Merlins and stuff and arrows being able to kill capitals and stuff, which I don't think it will be, so that I'm not even bothered about it. But if they do, that's the end of Star Citizen, because I'll literally have a laptop with an ult in a fucking ramming ship that if I'm not winning, I'll just use my ult that's near me and stuff like that. And that's what the mentality will be, because people will do it to you. And I don't want that in the game, you know? Having ults is whatever, but not used as literally a living missile, basically. Hey Chris, how you doing? But again, that's like, whatever. Future kind of stuff. Off to dinner? What are you having tonight? And how was your butter chicken yesterday, Zayman? What's on tonight's menu in the wonderful land of Asia? That's what killed Eve for me. Well, all the alts and stuff, yeah. You having more butter chicken tonight? Damn, dude. I don't blame you. I would be all over that butter chicken. I'm very well, Chris. Thank you very much for asking. Hope everyone's having a good weekend, or as best as they can. I think using ramming should be a valiant strategy, but I think it should ram stuff. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, I'm all for people using like 10, 15 small ships to ram a capital and damage the capital instant, right? But it should not be where one tiny little ship instantly takes out an Idris. No. No, no, no. Inbound? Bit stealthy. 8k I can't pick up. Pushing towards?
Pisces again.
Is it Pisces? Oh, watch out, this guy's the rammer.
Stop it.
Yep, not making it that time. Alright, you hold this guy, I'm gonna start pushing shit out of the Armitage zone.
Copy that.
Time to get my truck. If you get multiples, just let me know. Armitage up and then I'll get...
Low, so all good.
Alright, cool. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, very true. But well, people can engage you just for the sake of it.
Yep, they do.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
Get me truck. Where are you? Should I just blister them back afterwards?
Your vehicle has been moved
Be like, oh look, there's DarkLaw. Oh my god, now he's in a blister. This motherfucker.
Your vehicle has
What's the best way to make money in this game? Probably like bounty missions. Right now, NPC bounty missions on Hearthstone pay really, really well. The fuck? Hearthstone is such a mystery at times, man. Literally, you jump out and it sounds like a vehicle has exploded.
Because you're walking on metal.
Yeah, I know, but I've never walked on metal where it sounds like an explosion, dude. Also, I think people should consider ramming fighters as a valiant copter option. We'll see. We'll see with that one. You know what I mean? Alright, the ballista's despawned. You see any of the other targets?
Hold on. Phone call.
Alright.
Yeah, so let me check. Just a Harvey.
Yeah. Might actually be too heavy for the ballista to push it. Yeah, crazy. Cutlass you can smash off the pad and stuff. It's got its engines turned on, that's why. That's why. The engines are on. Where we need like something with a giant like big fucking something that pushes on the ground. I'm trying to think of what you would call it. Again, this is where hard armistice zones just suck in this game. Nearly there.
It could only take so much, but it's off the pad though.
It's more I died without I died and it's still alive. Like what the fuck, man? At least it's, yeah, that's true. It's off the pad.
It lost the engine.
It lost the engine? Oh,
Yeah.
fucking crazy. It's probably best to like swap server anyway. Actually, I'm looking at my time. I'm probably gonna jump out actually. The sun is out, glistening. Get Novi boy out. Gosh, I've got some nice sausages to have for dinner. No, I had any food yet today.
Sounds like a plan.
I might be on later, but I'm not gonna make any promises.
Yeah, sure, man.
I quite fancy this Warhammer game. You seen it? Warhammer 40k. It's like Vermintide, Left 4 Dead with 40k theme. It's pretty cool, actually. Alright. Heavy Bob! Heavy Bob! Are you there, dude? Heavy Bob! Heavy Bob! Heavy Bob! Heavy Bob! Heavy Bob! Are you there, dude? I've got a bugged elevator. I can show you. Ah, he's probably gone. God damn it. You'll clip it? Alright. So this is for Heavy Bob. So right now you can see I can't get any closer to the console because it's behind a fake wall. Right? So you go through the lifts, you can walk through them, and literally within this area here is the buttons. So all you have to do is find the audio for it. Around this area here, a bit more like that. Down here. Let's do this again. It's right here. Maybe not. Yeah, here we are. It's making the noise. There it is. And that brings us back down. You see how bad this system is, and then you go for lobby. And then it should fix it. If it doesn't, you just do it once or twice. Sometimes you have to get out the lift and get back into it and all that jazz, but, you know. So we go for lobby. And then make sure you name it as well. The clip, I mean. And then when it opens, you're still bugged here. So it's still bugged, but obviously the lift, you already hear it going away. There we go. Because again, you're in the lift, but you can't see the console. There's the console that was sticking out. It's so weird. Let's try again now. If it works first time, it's really good. But again, this is how you don't need to kill yourself to get out of an elevator. There you go. If it works first time, beautiful. But it's only like 2 or 3 tries. It takes no time at all. I don't know why people get crazy about this stuff. There's a workaround, just use the workaround.
Vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has been sent.
Alright, okay guys. I am heading out. The sun is out, and I want to spend some time with me Nuvi. And try and cheer him up, get some food, go for a nice walk, all that stuff. Again, thank you very much to everyone with the exclamation mark Nova and all that jazz. Bye, people. And we'll update tomorrow. See how it goes, all that good stuff. Again, guys, spread the Nova around. Don't mind. Ask streamers if you're allowed to post it or whoever. Do whatever to get us over that mark. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Let me quickly just see if there's somebody to raid. I'm actually may just raid and run. Or just run. Let me quickly check here. Thank you very much to Puppeteer for the fun. It was nice and short. Hey, Salty's on Warhammer. Let's go to Salty, and then he can send you on. This is the game I was talking about, guys. We're gonna send you to Salty. That'd be awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Host and Ghost. Yeah, we'll go to Salty Mike. He's playing this 40k game. I'm very interested in maybe purchasing it for myself, because it kind of looks cool. And all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for all the love today. All the love over the week as well. We've got 7 days until we pick up Nyx. And all that good stuff. We'll keep pushing for it as much as we can. But I appreciate all the love. Thank you very much, guys. And have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, back tomorrow early. Well, normal time. But it's it kind of like behaves as early, you know what I mean? Alright. Appreciate it, guys. Take care. Glitch, Jedi, Warpath. Thank you very much, guys. Xander, Miss Cell, Tomo, Vinny Vega. Thank you very much for being here. Edson Trent. Appreciate it, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you, Zayman, take care, Crisp. Everyone else, thank you. See you later, Anu. Take care, dude. And enjoy Salty Mike Show, guys.